Hello everyone. So let's start with chapter 2 of management, that is planning and organization at supervisory level. So in the previous chapter we studied what are roles of manager in the management or in the organization, like the principles of management, the characteristics of management, the role of management, the functions of management in an organization. So basically and different levels of management. In this chapter, we are going to study what is the role of supervisor in planning and organizing at of organization. Okay, so basically, we are going to study planning and organizing at supervisory level by the supervisor. Okay, so here we are going to study the role of supervisor in an organization in this chapter. Okay, so let's move on to the first slide of our chapter. So first is what exactly is planning at supervisory level. So first I'll tell you the what is strategic plan, what is operational planning, and what is difference between strategic plan and operational planning. So basically the strategic plan of an organization is are the long-term goals and mission of an organization. So basically strategic plan is taken care by the manager. Manager look after the strategic plan of an organization. Manager look after the long-term goals and mission of an uh, organization, whereas your daily operations then deciding which member is responsible for performing that operations, the daily operations, what work is to be assigned to the workers in the organization. This is basically that is the day to day activities in an organization is basically comes under your operational planning. Okay, so to do this operational planning is the responsibility of the supervisor. Supervisor plays a key role in function and success of operational planning. That is planning your day-to-day activities. That then planning which member is responsible for which activity of that particular project, grouping the team members and assigning the daily task to that team members is responsibility of a supervisor. Okay, so this all comes under operational planning. So remember two basic things: strategic planning is done by a manager and operational planning is done by the supervisor. Okay, next is uh, we'll see manpower, how operational planning, manpower is required in operational planning and how supervisor manages this manpower. So basically, operational planning require an analysis of the manpower that is needed. That is the staff that is needed in the organization, planning of the staff. So basically, supervisor will determine how many members, that is, how many members of the organization he needs on a particular project, as well as he'll see what skills that particular member acquire on the to bring him on that project. Okay, so basically, if there is not enough in-house employees to fulfill the task of the project, then supervisor will recruit an additional staff. He may hire a new full-time personal staff, or he may hire a temporary staff for that project. Then he'll create a job description, purpose, compensation, and interview prospective workers. Okay, so basically, supervisor is responsible to assemble a team, appraise the team members to achieve that particular goal, and ensure that all team members work cohesively towards the to achieve that common goal, to complete the project. So basically, all the planning related to manpower, that is how many staff is needed on that particular project. If additional staff is needed, then he'll hire the additional staff. All this manpower related work that is related to day operational planning is done by the supervisor. Okay. Next is the scheduling. Once the manpower needs are done, that is, hiring of staff is done, next step is to prepare a schedule for the production needs. So supervisor is basically responsible to set a schedule based on the production needs. So, since scheduling is the integral component of a successful project, different teams that are codependent on different teams are codependent on the completed work of the other team. So, one team is dependent on the other team. That is, they are codependent on each other for the work. So, preparing a schedule for them, setting the time limit for that particular team in order to hand over their work to the next team. This is handled by, this schedule is to be prepared by your uh, supervisor. Okay, if production falls behind, then supervisor must take the proper actions to make scheduling adjustment and to keep your work in time. So this is done by the supervisor. So since scheduling is a critical factor in tracking a project budget, if the team falls behind in production, the overtime that is needed for the staff, that should be approved by your supervisor. Supervisor should make the member do overtime to perform that particular task. Okay. Supervisor must also see what are pros and cons of ongoing overtime, hiring the additional staff to perform that particular work, scheduling their time, setting a time limit. So these all scheduling is done by your supervisor. Okay. Next is your communication. So communication is key role for a supervisor in operational planning. To function effectively, a team needs a comprehensive and understanding of short-term and long-term goals that are to be fulfilled in order to complete that particular project or that particular task. So team members need a clear communication between each other. Clear instructions are needed in order to meet the expectations and perform their duties and give timely feedback once the production begins to the supervisors. So it is a responsibility of supervisor to give the concise and proper instructions to the team members so that they can work cohesively and complete that particular task. Okay. Supervisor must also answer the questions uh, that are to be answered by the workers. He also need to report the progress report to upper management on regular basis, what project is going on, what task is done by that particular member. Okay, as well as he have to interact with other supervisors to ensure the project continuity. So communication is a basic key role that is to be taken care by the supervisor. Okay. Next is your oversight. Okay, a good supervisor always know where his project stands at any point of time. So supervisor must take care. He should know at what point is his project going on. So he must also measure the performance of that project. Okay. It is responsibility of supervisor to ensure the quality standards to meet the project deadlines. Okay. So it is responsibility of supervisor to look after the project deadlines, the quality of the project, the what is going on between the team members. So supervisor must monitor the performance of each team member to ensure that everyone is focused on the end results. Okay. Then if there's a delay in work, then supervisor must address and rectify the situation quickly before it affects the production of that particular product. Okay. So this is basically called as oversight and it is responsibility of the supervisor to look after it. Okay. So first was manpower, second was scheduling, third was communication, and fourth is oversight. See, these are all the responsibilities of supervisor in planning of an organization. Okay. Next topic is supervisor planning for resource use. Okay, there are certain parameters the supervisor must take care in order to utilize the resources allotted for that particular project. So supervisor must look after that there is a full utilization of the human resources. That is, each person must be given a particular task that he is expertise in. Okay, then efficient use of space must be done. Employees' work schedule must be planned properly. Then major physical resources that are in the organization must be used properly. Then there should be a safe working environment for the employees. Then there must be improvement in work procedures and methods that supervisor must take care of. and he should also look after the security of the material, supplies, and data. Okay, so he must make proper utilization of the resources that are available in the organization for that particular project. Okay, so supervisor must plan accordingly to make full utilization of those resources. Okay, next is advantages. What are advantages of planning by the supervisor? If a planning is done by supervisor, then it gives direction towards the worker. That is, a worker is directed to his work. Each worker is given a proper direction, what work he has to do, how he has to do, in what time he has to complete that particular work. Then, since the planning is done, it can reduce the impact of change. It can also reduce the waste. Okay, objectives of planning also establishes the objective of standards that facilitates the control. Due to planning, there is a better utilization of resources. Also, planning gives economy in operation because it avoids unnecessary activities on shop floor. Then planning also minimizes the future uncertainties. It promotes growth and improvement. Also, it prevents the hasty judgments. It also encourages innovative thoughts. It creates forward-looking attitude in the team members. Okay, and once the supervisor plan the operation, the efficient methods to towards that work can be developed. Then problematic situation can be handled properly if rest of the things are planned properly by the supervisor. So these are basically advantages of planning by supervisor. Okay. Next are disadvantages of, that is limitation of planning by supervisor. Okay. Since the planning is already done, when there is a change in a technology, the complete planning fails. Due to planned route of work, there can be a problem when emergency situation arises. Supervisor may lose more time to do the precise planning. A systematic plan also needs us using scientific method is very costly. So that is one of the limitation. Then supervisor may remain in false sense of security because things in future cannot be predicted what is going to happen in the future. Okay. So and due to tight planning schedule, the operations that are decided in prior, so there is no flexibility in the work. Okay, and so that at many times planning is not suitable. So this may be some limitations of planning by supervisor. Okay. Next is characteristics of planning by supervisor. We'll see different characteristics of planning by supervisor. So basically, planning by supervisor is an interdependent process. See, so the growth and prosperity of the department depends upon the quality of planning. What exactly is planning? It's nothing but looking into the future. What is going to happen in future? We are planning since now. Then it's basically a continuous process. Okay, it is done for specific period of time, and also it involves predetermined line of action. That is what activities are going to take place in future. We are planning it. Okay, and also the planning by supervisor integrates various activities of the department. Okay, so these are some of the characteristics of planning by supervisor. Okay, so I guess the basic role of supervisor and planning is clear to you all. Okay, further topics we'll discuss in next video. Okay, that's it for now. Now, if you have any doubt in this video, we can discuss it on Wednesday. Okay, during our PHP lecture. Okay, I hope everything is clear to you all.